Aloha kakahiaka. Good morning. This is DJ Kano, and we're playing Division 2, as you can very well see. I am on my third character who accidentally I ended up making a whole bunch of like way better builds than my first alternate character. So this is my second alternate character, and I made a build that I'm very, very happy with, that I'm liking. It's a DPS based build. It's nothing super special. It's a regular, everyday Joe build. Anybody can make it, as long as you have one particular exotic. That's about it. And it's a pretty common exotic. So if you've been playing for a while, you definitely have it. If you're new to the game, it's pretty easy to acquire. From what I understand, it drops pretty regularly compared to everything else. It is not a super coveted exotic either, so you may already have it. Let's see. Before I get into the build, let's just quickly go. I just want to see. I know what some. I forgot. I have to open this up. I don't even know how to open up this Dark Zone. I need to figure this out. There's just like a side mission, I guess, that I need to do. I better go take a look later. I have two vendors open. I think let's go check out the south. Nope, I can't even go to the south. I can go to the east entrance because I did not unlock the south vendor. Maybe I have to do the south and then I'll do the west later. But yeah, anyway. Maybe I'll just run down to the south anyway and do it really quickly. Of course, the one that I have open is the one that I have to run to. The other ones have the vendor right at the door. Okay, so anyway, this build, like I said, it's very simple. It's an all red build, but it is fun. I'm telling you, like if you like to run and gun, it is very fun. It is quite satisfying. All right, so this has the darkness. Y'all gear could be better if that explosive resistance, but everything else is pretty common. I wouldn't waste my DZ credits. This is one thing too. So if you guys are noticing that there's like videos out there talking about like, oh, look at this is what's available at the DZ vendor. Just make sure that if you're new to the game and you're not aware, DZ credits, you have to go through quite of an ordeal to get the credits. It's still easier than farming purely in the DZ, but what you have to do is you actually have to go into DZ, get some contaminated gear, and then what you have to do after that is extract it. Oh, sorry, deconstruct it in the DZ, then extract those credits. So you get credits by deconstructing gear from crates and so forth in the DZ. When you deconstruct it, you'll get credits sitting in your inventory, but you have to still extract the credits. So it's still kind of an ordeal to get credits. So if you're over here and you're like, oh, look, there's a really good tip of the spear mask, for example, it's not really that good. But if it was really good, don't waste your DZ credits here. You want to wait to see when there's going to be a DZ exclusive item. And I don't know which DZ is that. That's why I was going to go take a look. But there's actually a DZ exclusive item. I think it was Death Grips this week. I think it's Death Grips. I don't remember. And there's also the apartment. It's some kind of a gun. I want to say it's an automatic rifle or it's going to be an SMG. If I had all my DZs unlocked, I could show you, but I don't because I did not finish what I'm supposed to be finishing on this particular character. So anyway, um, if if you haven't been told about the DZ, it's a really good spot for the snitch, by the way. Small squirrel moment, but yeah, if you just go down to right here, this is the American History Museum. You see how close the snitch is. Almost like I would say he's like 85% of the time he's here for me, and the snitch will give you the bounty, but he also tells you the location of the gunrunner, Cassie Mendoza, which is where is she today? Where is she today? She's right here. Let's see. Vendor's closed. She's open in 15 hours. Great. Thanks, Cassie. Appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, she's sleeping. I don't know what she's doing. All right, but yeah, let's try to run down to this vendor. And what was I saying? I was saying about the DZ credits. Yeah, so a lot of people just don't talk about it in terms of it's kind of like an assumed thing, but I'm hoping to be talking about certain things that I'm realizing when I play with other players, like people that are shepherding, or I'm playing with just people that I'm meeting in raids and stuff. Some people are new, so they might be at a semi high level, a pretty decent level in terms of their shade level or whatever. I'm shepherding for guys that are like level 300 at least. And then I'm finding out like, oh, they don't know this or that. And I'm like, wow. And I'm thinking, initial thought, I'm a little bit, snobby-ish. And I'm just like thinking to myself, like, how do you not know this? But I'm like, at the same time, the things I know are only because I had really cool people tell me about it. They were the ones to be like, oh, by the way, did you know that this does this? I'm like, oh, what? Really? That's cool. And then since once I learned it, then it became second nature to me. But if no one tells you, a lot of people run solo for a long time and they don't co-op, or and if they shepherd, they definitely do not open up their mic. Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, give me your junk. I think I'm only on hard. He went down too easy. All right, he's got garbage. All right, thanks for the garbage, bro. That was the hoarder. If you have never seen him before, he just runs around and shoots you a couple times with a pistol, making you take his stuff. All right, so unlock DZ South. Very nice. It's good to know that I have it open. Yep. So if you've never done this, there's a brief animation. Come on. I don't need. I know this. I know this. I've been here. Okay. Vendor's not on that side. Vendor's here. All right. Let's take a look. There we go. Okay, so this is where the apartment is. The apartment is definitely a pretty decent gun, and this is a submachine gun, so I was close. It wasn't an AR; it was a submachine gun, and perfectly measured. A lot of people that I've played with love this talent. Measured in general, perfectly measured, right? So top half of the magazine gives you a 20% rate of fire. So as you begin shooting the gun, you get a high RPM with lower weapon damage. But when you get to the bottom of the magazine, your RPM goes down, but your weapon damage goes up to 33%. So that's nothing to mess around with. So if you don't have the apartment, you may want to go get this. And I believe it is. Take a look in my the apartment. Do I have the other gun? I thought I had the unnamed version in here. It looks almost exactly like the safety distance, but that's not the safety distance. That's a different gun, I think. Does it look like safety distance? Doesn't matter. All right. So anyway, the apartment is something I recommend getting. Other things that I recommend getting. You saw me take a look at the other vendor. I kind of like brushed over it. Y'all gear. So right. So if you see y'all gear, that's only in DZ2. So if you're really like, oh, that's cool y'all gear, I want to get that y'all gear from the vendor, but make sure it's y'all because that's exclusive. It's a DZ exclusive brand. DZ exclusive brand set. I kind of said DZ exclusive. I don't know what that means. All right. Okay, cool. I did that one. Now I can go open this one. Let's see how far the run's going to be. Let's go run to it. All right, let's go run to it. Yeah. This is the first time I've said Aloha kakahiaka because I'm doing a video before I need to go to work because this is what I wanted to do instead of other things like breakfast. So I'm gonna go do this video, get ready for work, and then I'm gonna go to work. Yeah, that's the progression of my morning. Moving forward. Yeah, see, I'm on hard. I'm on hard. This is gonna be quite a run. This is a longer run than the other DZ I had to run to, but it's okay. It's okay because she's got a colorful backpack on. Hey, trash can ninjas. Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry, JTF. As much as. All right. I can't. I can't. I gotta help you. I gotta help you. I gotta help you. I gotta help you. I'm helping. I'm helping. Oh, I'm almost shot JTF. I'm helping. All right. You guys can live. You're welcome. All those rounds you were shooting, you think you take them down right now, but I guess their rounds aren't stronger than a trash can did. I haven't been in this area of DC in a long time. There hasn't been any good loot allocations. That's usually what dictates it when you get to endgame content, is that you go where the loot is, and there's no loot on this western side of the map. So, oh, gotta take out the strongest, even though it's only on hard. Hey, buddy, stop picking on people. All right, that may have given away my at least that major component I was talking about for this build. It's actually really nice. I wish I could. I should display it on heroic if I had the chance to. I should be able to. It may not. I may not need to though because it's a straightforward build. Like I said, it's straight just DPS and um, what I have together, what I put together, I think helps you control the gun that I was just using. But I'll explain it in more detail. If you know, you know. If you don't, then I'll explain it. All right. So we're almost at that the DZ. So I didn't realize I had to open south first, and then I get to open west. So this whole time I'm going to south. I'm like, I can't go. I mean, I've been going to west. Can't open west. It's not letting me go inside. But it's because south wasn't done yet. Yeah. Now I'll just feel like my character is that much more complete, even though I've not touched any side missions or anything on my character. When you do multiple characters, you can just buy the thing from Inaya in the White House, and she lets you basically um, Where's the arrow taking me? She lets you. Arrow's taking me this way. You buy a thing that lets you share all of your gun attachments and stuff from your other characters, from your main character. So you never really have to worry about that, which is really nice. Thank you, Stefan. My decoy is always backing me up. Yep, poor fools blew up on a hologram. Better life choices than a suicide bomber then next time, huh? All right, there we go. Thank you, Isaac. I usually don't care for you, but you helped me this time. I almost walked right into a wall. Upload map data. Okay, this is just mostly running. Great video. Yep, good content. All right, let's go and turn this on. Let's take a look at this last vendor. Someone might have told me that there was death grips, and if there's death grips, it's a good week. It's a good week for DZ exclusives. I also want to double check and see the allocations. How the allocations refresh they have. So it's Petrov. Let's see. Pistols and Hanayu. So the pistols, if you're looking for DZ exclusives, there is the Orbit pistol. It is a Magnum rifle, Magnum pistol. I just said pistol, and what it allows you to do is it has perfect finisher on it. Let me see if I have one in my inventory. Yep, I get it. I get it. We just did this. We just did this, lady. Do you not remember? You just told me this, and you're saying it again. All right, let's see if I have the Orbit pistol here. It's this gun here, but it's the named version, and it's the perfect finisher. I don't have an Orbit with me, but it's this 586 Magnum. All right, so if you're looking for an exclusive, you can go to the DZ South this week. Let's see here. Death grips are here, and it's not too bad. It has health rolled on it. It's not the worst thing in the world. And you can take that core attribute and make it into weapon damage or whatever you want. So death grips, these are DZ exclusives. So I recommend these, the death grips and the apartment if you have the credits. If you don't have the credits, all right, let's see if there's a lot of rogue activity in here. I might try to do a quick demo while using this build. If there's rogue activity, I'm going to get shredded to pieces, but that's okay. That's okay. It happens. For those of you that have not gone into the DZ and you're just like, what is going on in the DZ? It's just like any other place. This is what it looks like, right? There's things over here that are called landmarks, right? And you don't even have to like, so basically the whole point about being in here is that you're going to extract things, right? So you're going to get loot drops. Hopefully I'll get a loot drop and I can show you. There's actually loot down here. Let me go show you down here. So there's crates here. You know, loot comes from everywhere, just like you normally would see loot coming from everywhere. Um, let's take care of these guys. Loot, of course, comes from enemies. So you want to shoot your NPCs. Okay, you want to shoot your ads. No loot from those guys. But as you guys get familiar with the area, there's going to be loot that comes out of crates, right? So these different boxes. And let me back up so you can see what it looks like. It looks a little bit different, right? This little contamination looking thing. So it's radiated gear. You just pick it up, right? If you take a look at it in your inventory, you press R1. Here's contaminated loot right here. And it says contaminated right on top of it. So the roll is okay. Let's say this is something that I wanted to keep. I just leave it right there. And I'm going to go to, right? So let's look at the icons. These are extraction points. I mean, sorry, landmarks. These are extraction points. 1, 2, and 3. So you can go to those extraction points, call for a helicopter by pressing square, and you have to wait at least 1 minute for it to arrive. I think it's a minute and a half, maybe. I forgot what the duration is. Time goes really slowly when you're waiting for an extraction. And once the helicopter arrives, you put your loot on top of the rope, and then you have to wait and defend it until the helicopter leaves. During that whole time, this thing will flash, and everyone in the DZ, including rogue agents, can see that you're extracting. And if there's rogue activity in the DZ, there's not always, then you may attract rogues and they may kill you and take your stuff, or they may just cut the rope and steal it. Anybody can steal it from you. All right, so that's the whole point of the DZ. Why would I dare do this? Okay, so part of it is there are some DZ exclusive items in here, much like the ones I showed you at Vendor. At Vendor, it is way easier to just buy something than it is to try to hope and extract it and no one will steal it from you. In that case, let's go back to my inventory. I can actually press L3 and then deconstruct it. If I deconstruct it, you see that I now have one DZ resource. So the more you collect items and you deconstruct them, that's how you build your resources to buy things at the vendor, right? So all you do is you just go running around farming for resources, okay? So there's still going to be collectibles. I haven't done all my collectibles yet. All right. Let me go back here. I'm pretty certain there's a box that I'm from. I don't. That's always here. There's another way to farm for DZ credits instead of trying to extract them. If you're running solo, especially, it's tedious and it takes time. So that's what you're gonna have to be enduring, is time. Oh, these things. If I were to press this right now, it's gonna make me go rogue-ish. Technically, I will be rogue in terms of what everybody sees me, but I'm technically what's called white rogue. I'm just using it for me to see where these little black boxes are that have DZ credits that don't need to be extracted. They just go right into your inventory and you can leave. Right. So right here, this is an example of a box. So when I open these boxes, you see how it on the bottom left it says one DZ resource, but it is not in my contaminated pouch. It is in my It's in my resources here, right down here. Okay, so I got 167. So that's where you can get resources as well. You can run around looking for those boxes. You don't have to kill nobody. You don't have to go rogue. That is another way to do it. So that's how you get resources. Okay, let's talk about landmarks. You see the icon up there? This is a landmark. All you do is you look at the landmark difficulty. So right here, it's a normal. That means there's going to be one wave of NPCs. If it's challenging, 3 waves, heroic, 4 waves, hard, 2 waves. That it doesn't really change the difficulty, in my opinion. It doesn't feel like it changes the difficulty. It just tells you how many waves there are. All right. All right, here we go. So engaging landmark. Keep in mind, on the map, it is all, if the landmark was purple, the icon is now red. So red means, like I said, everybody else can see contaminated gear dropping from ads. That's what I wanted. Okay, so that means rogues, if there are rogues around, they know that someone is here. It could be one person like I am now. It could be a team. And Isaac will let you know, just like in the open world, a rogue agent detected. So you will know if someone's around. Sometimes he's a little late on that, though. Okay, so extraction called for. There's someone that's extracting right now. I can go over and actually try to extract with them. It doesn't matter, but it could be someone that wants to go rogue or a team that wants to go rogue on me. So it'll be at my own risk. You see that right there? I got one field recon data in the middle. So field recon data, that's something that I didn't know was there until I started running in here again with some friends. So if you look at your shade watch right down here, you need shade calibration and you need field recon data. These are two major components for the optimization table that allows you to make your guns god rolled. You can actually max out your attributes with this table. So you may want to actually you can come in, deconstruct all. Okay, nothing worth keeping, deconstruct all. So now you can look that I have 5 resources. So what I was talking about with the field recon data optimization table. So it's really cool. So if you really wanted to just come in, you don't have to extract anything you get. All you got to do is just clear landmarks. I get those field recons from just doing what you normally do. Sure, rogues may come in, they may kill you, they may get in your face, but if they kill you, then you just respawn at the checkpoint, and you only lose if like you see the back my avatar's backpack. I have a yellow pouch. Only what's in the yellow pouch is what you lose. You don't lose anything else. So only what you've collected in DZ, nothing that you've brought in to the DZ with you. Okay, so DZ drop incoming. What does that mean? There's these pouches here. Let's see if I can go and successfully acquire one. I'm just gonna run past these guys. What's up, guys? Oh, what's up here? One thing I forgot to mention, every landmark has a box. And the boxes will look like this. There's one right over here. And they're right here like this. So you need dark zone keys, or you can pick the lock, which makes you go rogue if you don't have any keys. Okay, so there was a box back at the landmark. I forgot to go open it. It's okay. I only have 4 keys anyway on this character. It's a new character. Okay, so let's go take a look at the dark zone drop. It looks like a box like the one I just showed you. It's more like a supply drop, actually. So So there's gonna be ads, and it's first come first serve. Whoever gets that box keeps what's in the box. Look, so it's red. Someone's already there. Chungus? Seriously? What are the odds I get the boss, a healer, and the Chungus? I'm just doing the guy's work for him, so the guy's probably gonna finish up in the box soon. Thank you, Stefan, for your help. Y'all gear. So you guys can also see I have rogue activity in the area. Bottom left is saying who killed who. Okay, so yeah, so the box was taken already from this location. Oh, was it? Maybe not. No, the guy's right there. Oh, I got killed by the sniper. Okay, so this is a good example of what happens. You just die. Okay, so you're gonna see right at that death spot, there's gonna be dropped items. So it works in my favor that I died. I kind of want to show all of this. So for those that are interested in the DZ, I get sometimes major anxiety when I run in here. So if it's not for you, it's not for you. But it helps when you run with the team. You should definitely run with the team. I recommend it. Okay, so you see on the far right side of the screen, it says dropped items. So the things that I were carrying are gonna be right there. So until that disappears, I can go and retrieve my stuff. But it's there, it's available for someone else. If someone else were to find it, they can go and take it from me. So if someone gets there first, they can take it. Yeah, but otherwise, dropped items, I can still go back and retrieve it if I get lucky. If you got teammates, they can help you and they can defend it for you. There's another medic healing everybody. Great. Oh, he healed the Chungus. And the boss. And of course, I don't get new drops for this. Yep, told you it was a red build. So by shade agent, that means there wasn't a rogue. It was somebody that was just like me. Other shade agents just want to, oh, another drop. All right, cool. Garbage. You want to construct quickly. You don't want to be caught in your menu. So you got to be careful of that kind of stuff. Here's my dropped items. Perfect. Pick it up. Decoy helps. They're distracted by the decoy while I open this up. If you're running as a team, you want your team to be nearby. Otherwise, they will not get anything from the drop. But if you're in a team and they're in proximity, everybody gets something from the drop. Okay, so I got that drop. There's a third drop. So there's somebody, I can try to run over to it if it's nearby. Otherwise, I'm good to try and extract. Let's go do an extraction after I kill this guy that's blinding me. It's a sniper that killed me the last time. Yeah. Oh, it's a named boss too. Great. Healing. Great. Good. Hyena, get him. Good. Good. Thank you, Hyena. So there's a lot of DZ exclusives. I recommend you go and find out what that looks like, what those are online. Probably just Google search it. And they can drop at any time, but you have higher allocation opportunities. So it's another player. Nope, that's not another player. Right. Where's he coming out? Just from the hole? Weird. All right, let's go get an extraction done. There's a landmark there. Oh, there's a drop next to this one. Let's go run this way. Yeah, there are certain builds that I can go over at another time. Oh, let's get this box open. Certain builds are better than others in terms of what you should use in the DZ. Not really what you should. My preference, my thing is you wear what you want to wear, but there are certain people that like to go rogue that wear a certain thing that gives them a big advantage over you. So you just want to be careful of that. If you're coming in with a regular PvE build and you're running solo, like what I'm doing now, I am very susceptible to getting taken over by rogues. So you want to just be aware of that. So if you're trying to extract things and there's a lot of rogue activity, you may want to just avoid being in the DZ or this DZ. Pick another one. Um, or you may want to get a team to run as a team. Having a team is always helpful. But otherwise, if you're trying to extract stuff, yeah, you may not want to get yourself in the right mentality. Otherwise, you're gonna get very upset. Oh, I just got this DZ exclusive drop and I'm about to go extract and rogues take it from you. Like you'd be upset. I've been very upset. If you ever heard of the Hollow Man mask? It's a mask that's a Y'all Gear piece, and it comes with a max roll of health damage. Uh, it's something that was very difficult to get for me. Some people might have gotten it really quickly. I was able to get the mask drop for me, but then as soon as I got there, rogues, as soon as it dropped for me, rogues were scouting me. They were watching me, and they ended up taking it from me. So I ended up losing it. Oh, he sees me. Oh my gosh, Stefan didn't do his job. Or he died? No, he's right there. Shoot my decoy, dude. What are you doing? I guess I was too close to him in proximity, so he didn't really pay attention to my decoy. Uh-oh, I'm not in a good spot here. That grenade helped me for a second. This purple guy is gonna make things difficult for me, so you go away. No chain for you. Decoy over there. So I'm taking way too long on getting the supply drop. If there was a high rogue activity, I'd be snuck up on and killed by now. And I know this. All garbage. You want to check quickly. Get used to checking quickly. Don't get caught on your menu. Alright, so I got that drop. At a time, if you've ever gotten the Ninja Bike knee pads. Oh, there's another agent right here. And he may go rogue on me. We'll see. Ninja Bike knee pads are an exotic knee pad. And at one time, the only place you could get them were from those boxes that I just opened. I don't know if I should call an extraction this close, but well, yeah, we'll do it. This close to another agent is what I'm talking about. We'll see. I'll put on a tankier build. Maybe I can be more defensive with this build. So that other build was very, very red. I'll get shot maybe twice, and a rogue will kill me and take all my stuff. Garbage. 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 Deconstruct all so I can get the credits. 22 credits, nothing to laugh about. 22 credits is a good haul. You can hold 25 per slot in your backpack. Okay, ads will always come out when you're calling for an extraction. Don't be alarmed about the ads. They're usually pretty low level ads. But while you're killing ads, you can get caught by rogues too, so be careful. Okay, so 13 seconds and the rope will be there. Hopefully rogues will not come after me before that happens. Garbage. All right, there's the rope. All you do is go ahead and you attach your loot. Now, 50 seconds. Anybody can come up, not just rogues. Anybody can come up, press and hold triangle. They can cut this rope and take my loot. So I can choose to defend it. I usually will. I do have at least 22 credits on there, so I want to make sure I hold on to that. So you defend it, making sure if anybody comes that they don't take it from you. So what you can do is use your skills. A lot of people like to put on skills to help out. So it makes life harder for people to take it. So if I throw my Stinger High right here, Anyone trying to cut the rope will get stung. I might die, but at least they won't have a hard time getting that loot. Right? So there's a different strategies of what you can do in the DZ. That's basically it. I don't think I missed anything. There is the safe house in the center of the DZ that you can go to. There's usually at least one free item in a box that you can go and acquire. Okay. Don't you don't have to be too skeptical of everybody in the DZ. Sometimes there are okay people. Extraction complete. Nice. Not everybody is a jerk in here. Most people are, but not everybody is. I've made a couple of friends that were on, just random people in the DZ. So I do recommend coming into the DZ if you can. Just know what you're getting into is what I would tell you. A lot of people would just be like, I don't want to go in there because it's PvP. I mean, yes, it is, but it's not only that. You get lucky like I did just now. Like I've been able to do it with no problems at all. I died. I got I even got my credits back. Like some days, sometimes you just get a very mellow DZ like this. So don't be discouraged by it. Just know what you're getting into. I went into this knowing full well that I could have gotten my stuff taken at any time. All right, but I got a pretty successful haul, 24 credits, I believe. When you're done, you come to your stash right here, mailbox onto R1 to the mailbox, and deliveries. So this is the gloves I just took out. Okay, so I have a few more things that I got taken out from the DZ as well. Right, so I got a nice Yawl chest piece. So Yawl is, again, like I said, it has hazard protection, weapon damage, pulse resistance. A two-piece is nice, especially if you're running hazard protection for something like in the raid, or if you just like hazard protection in general. Right, so I got Yawl gloves, not the best rolls, and I got other Yawl gloves here. So yeah, I mean, this is what DZ is all about. It's really not that bad. The credits, you can see that I have a bunch of credits that I've extracted, and you don't have to actually take these out of your mailbox. You leave these here because when you go to your regular inventory that I showed you earlier, you see it on the top right. There's a cap of 300. So you don't want to have all your resources just here. You can have them in your mailbox until you're ready to use them as you extract them. All right, that's basically it. That's DZ 101. And I will quickly go over the build that I was using earlier that I actually died with, but it was pretty effective to take on some of those big and heavy dudes. All right, so this is the build. I just call this build the Mercy because it uses, yes, you figured it out. I used the Merciless. If you saw that big white explosion, the reason this gun doesn't get used a lot, if you've never heard of it or you've just got it and you don't know what it's about, it has a binary trigger. So this weapon fires on trigger pull and release. So you press it once, it fires. You let go, it fires again. And if you get both bullets to hit the same enemy, you gain a stack. Once you get 7 stacks, shooting an enemy will deal 500% amplified damage, and it creates an explosion. So you're getting 500% amplified damage, and the explosion deals 500 weapon damage as well, so consuming all the stacks. So I doesn't say for how long, but you can feel it. If you just keep shooting through the explosion, you can feel that your gun has that amplified damage. So I would say go for it and just hit. Because of the binary trigger, it's somewhat difficult to shoot this gun, or people just find it troublesome. It's not that it's difficult, rather, it's just that it's annoying. And why would you use this versus something with more accuracy? But the reason why I would do it is for that extra damage. And I use this build here. I never really considered using these together. I've had a striker build before. I've used the Merciless before, but I never put them together until now. And what you get from having a striker battle uh, gear set. You have 15% weapon handling. You get rate of fire, so it shoots it faster, which is even nicer. Weapon handling helps you maintain the stability, so it actually stabilizes your accuracy a little bit, so you can shoot a little bit better with this gun. And you get amplified damage from getting hits. So weapon hits amplify total weapon damage by zero point 0.5, stacking up to 50 times. So you're rewarded with the Merciless by getting hits with the binary trigger. So you get that 500% if you get double hits on an enemy, and you're also rewarded by getting hits with the Striker's Gamble. So the more hits you get, the more damage you get. Right, so that's the beauty of it. With the chest piece, I'm getting max stacks for Striker's Gamble from 50 to 100, so I get more weapon damage. And for the backpack, I'm getting increases total damage from zero point 0.5 to 0.65, so slightly more percentage on that damage. So that's why I'm using the backpack and the chest. And of course, I'm just using typical DPS fashioned contractor's gloves for damage to armor, and fox prayers for damage to target out of cover. So this hits pretty hard, but you saw I am a little bit squishy. Your secondary doesn't really matter too much. I found this God rolled foul in my stash, so I kind of like how it shoots. It shoots pretty straight. It shoots pretty accurate. I like it. I may have to change up my talent later on, but that's nothing important. You can use whatever secondary you want to use. And then the backup boomstick, I don't know why I'm using this gun. I just doesn't matter because if you're going to use the Merciless is what makes this build feel really fun. So I'm primarily using the Merciless anyway. So that's really what it is. So let's see. Did I get one? I did not get one. Sometimes you get Dark Zone proficiency caches, so it's a little bit different than the field proficiency. You'll get them from primarily from killing rogues if you're playing against rogue agents inside the in the DZ. And if you get a Dark Zone proficiency cache, it's really cool because you have a chance at getting DZ exclusives come out of there. I actually got a Claws Out holster. Do I have it on me? Yeah, right here. So Claws Out, it comes automatically with max melee damage, 500%, and pistol damage. I got this one right here. This one dropped for me from a proficiency cache. So you can get DZ exclusive items from those as well. All right, guys, this was a long video. I kind of got into it. I didn't expect to go through a DZ tutorial, but it was fun. It was a nice smooth run, and I got to show off the build just a little bit in the DZ. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until the next time, guys, shoots.